Alrighty, welcome back to another cube draft. You know what? I'm going to be focused. I'm going to draft well. I'm going to play to the best of my abilities, and we'll see where we end up. The only way to stop a losing streak is to keep on trucking. And you know what? I guess I'll be first picking a Solitude. Not the preferred pick when Sandy Dog is on my team and 2 seats to my left, but it's a lot better than Dismember. Yes, Jules. And I'll just take Solitude. I'll pass a Dismember and a Ponder and a Goryo's Vengeance, I guess, and we'll see where we end up. Okay. Well, we end up with the One Ring. The One Ring is great. I don't mind taking that. Falcon, I must have opened something pretty good because there's Mystic Confluence, Spellseeker, Scalding Tarn, Cradle, I guess. So I passed like a Dismember and a Ponder, and I think Sven's probably going to take Mystic Confluence next, or maybe Scalding Tarn. But I'm happy enough to take the One Ring. Solitude is also especially good with the One Ring for like a bunch of reasons. Number one, when you're drawing a bunch of cards, having a 0 mana spell is really good. Number two, it gains you life in multiple ways. And number three, and that's about it actually. It's good. And here, there's a Sarah Paragon. I don't really want to take it. Ursine Monstrosity is an interesting one. New addition here from one of the Commander Duskmourn set. So it's a 2 and a green 3/3 trampled. Beginning of combat on your turn, you mill a card. You can ignore the choose an opponent random. You only have one opponent. And then it gets it attacks this turn of Fable and gets +1/+1 and indestructible for every card type among cards in your graveyard. So at least +1/+1, often bigger. That's pretty good. I don't really want to take that all that much, but I mean, it might be the best card here. There's also Recurring Nightmare. I guess I'll take the Monstrosity. I'm not sure. Here, there's Fractured Identity, Chrome Mox. Abhorrent Oculus is a new one. I'm going to take Fractured. I just didn't really like any of my other options there. And a 3 mana, like 6/6 trample is, I think, fairly strong. Probably pass the Mox. I do love Mox with One Ring, but I think I passed some good blue. And Fractured Identity is really nice in a One Ring deck. Oh, there's a Brain Freeze, a Baleful Strix, a Natural Order, which I'm not really in a spot for, a Ballista, Spiked Horde or Torture Pit. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here. I could also just take Savannah. I could just take Ballista. I don't think I really want Baleful Strix. So I guess one thing that's nice, I could try to pick up the Esper package, Baleful Strix, Wheel, Tidehollow Sculler. I could also take Brain Freeze. This Ursine Monstrosity pick, I don't really know what's going on there. Yeah, once again, I'm really not sure what I want to do here. I think I'll just take Ballista because it's an okay card and it's colorless. I don't know. The problem is taking Brain Freeze moves pretty far away from Solitude. I think if I could be like a blue-white control deck, I'd be pretty happy. And I just took a bunch of combos and lost really badly. So maybe a little gun shy there. Let's see. Oh, well, Verdant Catacombs is clearly the pick here. I mean, I do like Godless Shrine, but Verdant is a better version of that. And who knows which colors I'll end up. It's by far the strongest card in the pack. Mind Twist, Abrade, Carnage Interpreter. There are no fetch land, you know. Not that a black-green fetch is exactly what I want, but, you know, it could work out. Look, now there's a Breeding Pool. There's also Chrome Host Seed Shark is kind of nice in this style of deck. There's a Mishra's Bauble, which is always just a good card. But I think I'll take Breeding Pool. It's a good duel, and I've got a good start to like a multicolor control deck here. Maybe the Ursine Monstrosity even does see play. Why not? Oh, so Spellseeker came back, so did Channel, so did Gaia's Cradle. I kind of think I'm just in the market for Hex Drinker now. I could just be like white, green, blue, like green, white, One Ring, splash blue. Maybe the Savannah over Walking Ballista would have worked out, but I'll take a Hex Drinker here. Oh, Fanatic of Ronus came back. This actually looks like a really good Fanatic of Ronus deck. I've got some expensive cards. All right. Let's take, and I've got Monstrosity. Both Monstrosity and a Hex Drinker work really well with Fanatic. So the combo with Hex Drinker is sick. Turn 1 Hex Drinker, turn 2 Fanatic. Turn 3, you just level up the Fanatic 3 times and tap it, and then level it up for four more mana. You level this up to all the way to 8. So, well, 5 more, but the Fanatic does a bunch of that. So that is awesome. And here, I think there's Paradise Druid and Ovenwald Oddity. I actually kind of think I just want the Oddity here. I mean, I could just transition into green beets. I don't know. We'll see. Like, Sandy's probably cutting white, so this Solitude might not work out. Savannah came back, which would be really nice, but there's also a natural order. Are we now? I kind of feel like we're just in the natural order territory. Also, there's 5 cards left and there's a natural order. Yeah, let's just get the Solitude and the Fracture Identity out for the time being. I think I will end up wanting to at least play Fracture Identity, but no reason to do that now. Here, I don't mind passing Carnage Interpreter, and Sylvan Library can be good, though it's pretty bad with the One Ring. Not really a combo. Do I want Shadowy Backstreet? Maybe I just want that. Yeah, I'll take Shadowy Backstreet. If I do end up wanting to play white, it's good. Oh, Bristly Bill, great pickup. Green is just open. Bristly Bill's a fine card. It's another card that goes well with Fanatic, getting you up to a 4 power creature. Okay. I like how this is going. I feel like it's actually worked out pretty well. And now, yeah, easy Territorial Kavu because there's a chance I'd want to go Domain. And Yavimaya, sure. I'll probably want to play Yavimaya in this deck. It doesn't take much to make that card decent. All right. So I would like to pick up something for Natural Order. Some Mana Dorks would be nice. I just have the Fanatic. Swords to Plowshare is also pretty nice. There is a Misty Rainforest. Oh, here, look. Walk-in Closet's my replacement for Crucible. I cut Crucible because this is a 2 and a green enchantment Crucible, but you can also spend 5 mana and get a Yogwill. Seems like a kind of nice addition to Crucible, and I don't think you need this and Crucible and Ramen Up and Ren and 6. So, all right, well, I'm going to take Swords. I think the only reason not to take Swords is it's possible the Swords gets to Sandy Dog. That is interesting. No, Swords are just too good. Falcon, I would just probably cut it. And I have a Shadowy Backstreet. If I could get another couple white sources, I would love to play Swords and Fracture Identity. They're very good support for this kind of green deck. So I think that taking the Swords is fine. If I knew it would get to Sandy, I would just take the Misty. But the thing is, I don't even really have another color yet. Obviously, I'm going to want to play some of these other cards, so Misty would be good, but I'm just not that worried. Here, oh, here's a new Fallout card, Securiton Squadron. So it's a 2 mana 2/2 Vigilance with Squad 3, and then when you, here, I can actually move this just for a moment. Almost. When you play this, you can pay 3 to make more copies, and whenever a creature token enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. So for 5 mana, you get a 2/2 and a 3/3. But it scales up really nicely. All right, so here, I mean, there's Oust, which is great, but I think I'll just take Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb accelerates to 1 ring, sometimes Natural Order. It's actually a combo with Yavimaya, because now you can tap it just for green. And these are some good Ancient Tomb cards. Yeah, that seems nice. And here, oh, Windswept Teeth and Temple Garden. Well, Windswept Teeth is kind of great for me, because it gets blue, green, and white all naturally. Actually, technically gets black too. And then Questing Beast, Temple Garden, Tundra. These are all cards that could come back. Pretty easy Windswept Teeth, I think. Makes me feel pretty good about this Swords. Honestly, I am going to play the Solitude too, most likely. I like the Ballista in this deck because of Fanatic. And when you're one-ringing, you end up with like a lot of resources, so where Ballista's good. Even a combo with Ancient Tomb. And I think at this point, I've got 2 fetches that get white and blue, and of course green. So I think I'll just be able to run the Solitude regardless. Oh, there's the Vaultborn Tyrant that I would like to Natural Order for, or cast. There's a Psychic Frog I don't like passing. Pre-War Formal War is also really good. The Paper Legacy players are jealous. It's 2 and a white. The Moto Legacy players were jealous of the paper ones, is what I meant. It's 2 and a white for +2/+2 in Vigilance, but also when it ETBs, you get a creature from your graveyard with mana value 3 or less into play with this attached. So imagine if I cast this on this, it'd be a 5/5 trample. I mean, assuming they killed this first. I still am going to take the Vaultborn Tyrant, but I hope Sandy ends up with pre-war formal wear, indeed. Swarmweaver and Tyvar are 2 cards I would not mind getting back. Channel... There's Emrakul to go with that channel. Not a big deal. I'm just going to take Elvish Mystic. This deck does need some elves. Really good with a Natural Order. Really good with 1 ring. This is what I need. More than a Lush Portico. The Shadowy Backstreet does that already. If I get some good red duels, this Territorial Kavu could be in the mix too. Okay, I like this so far. Ooh, a couple nice cards for us here. There's a Jackrabbit. Probably not going to take that. But there's Springheart Nantuko and Zimone all questioning. And I kind of think Zimone is the pick. So 3 mana 1/1. At the beginning of your end step, if a land enters the battlefield under your control and you have a prime number of lands, so 3, 5, 7, 11 are the big ones, you get an XX legendary token with X number of lands you control. There's some tricks you can do with fetch lands, as BK detailed in our last video, and overall it's just a pretty powerful card, plus it's a nice 3-drop. Yeah, I'm in for Zimone. Really good with natural order. You can natural order either one away, and that's great. Here, I guess I have 2 fetches for this Crucible, kind of. I also have Nexus of Becoming, which wouldn't be a bad card in this deck just to cast. Mystical Tutor does get natural order, swords, and fracture identity. I just don't want to put a Mystical Tutor in this deck. That sounds bad. I'm a little interested in Enduring Curiosity, though. I have a lot of creatures. Yeah, I actually think this could be kind of sweet. All right, I'll take Enduring Curiosity to go with all my good attackers. I just didn't want something as expensive as Nexus. Here, there's the Securiton Squadron. There's Nissa, Phantasmal Image. I guess Fountain Port, but I'm probably not going to play that. Looking at Nissa. Nissa's a pretty nice high-end card. I don't think this deck's going to want a Talisman. Toby is not crazy either, or the Squadron, but... Oh, there's also Phantasmal Image. It's really good with Vaultborn. It's pretty good with Solitude. Let's just take Nissa, though. Nissa's a nice one. Okay, Temple Garden and Tundra both came back. Oh, it's got to be Temple Garden here. Since, first of all, Savannah's already gone. Second, this makes Verdant get untapped white, which it currently cannot do. I like Questing Beast too, but I think taking a land is more important. And then Swarm Weaver and Tyvar. Oh, and Pre-War Formula came back? Okay, I'll take that. Are people not playing white? This card is pretty busted. I think that's just a card I'm happy to pick here. And I think I'd rather just have a white-green Surveil land over a black-white, and losing out on a Boseiju is not that big of a deal. Springheart came back. Yeah, I'm in for Springheart. This is kind of close to a Hogak deck in terms of got a lot of green creatures, but I think Springheart's going to be nice here. And then Overlord of the Baelmerk is not a 0 in this deck, but I guess the Walk-in Closet, I think I'm a little more likely to want to play that. I don't think I'm super likely to want to play either. We're just like big bent. I like it. All right. This is a start. Doing pretty well on lands, honestly. Could use more Elvish Mystics. That's what I need. Well, Noble Hierarchs and Birds, if we're being honest as to which one we would prefer. And not a good first run for Fountain Port, because I think I'm just going to pass it and take the Netherglyph. Last pick, Questing Beast. I'll take that. Wow, what a Brad brick. Because not only did I not open a single card I really want to put in my deck, I Avacyn's Pilgrim, I also opened like Fury, Urza's Saga, Stoneforge, Echo, Teferi. Enduring Vitality actually is a card I'd be interested in, especially with like Springheart tokens, but I don't need to take it here. The problem I have here is the 2 cards I want, I think will both be in the pack when I pass it back. How much do I want to cut Fury? I saw some Chain Lightning came back. Maybe I'd be better off just cutting Urza's Saga. Yeah, and then if I end up being able to play Saga, that'd be nice too. We've signed Breach, LED, and Brain Freeze. We've seen all of them, but I don't know if they ended up in the same place. I'm not going to hate here. I think I'm just going to take Memory Lapse. Memory Lapse is really good. And Wall of Roots will probably come back. Moloch's also good, but I don't need to splash another color. I've got 3 perfectly good colors so far. All right, this pack's got some interesting stuff too. There's Alpha Deathclaw. So once again, it's a 6 mana, 6/6 Menace Trample. When it enters the battlefield or becomes monstrous, destroy any permanent, and a monstrosity for 7 mana. Yeah, that is pretty good. I've got a Verdant in a Shadowy Backstreet. I could definitely splash it. It'd be a nice thing to natural order for. Woodfall Primus probably comes back. All right. Luckily, Draftmancer's great, and it reconnected me. I didn't miss any picks. Yeah, I'll take the Deathclaw. Let's see how this goes. Now, there's Elf, Ramanop, Time Warp, Spell Pierce, Razor Verge. I just got to take Elf. This is very much a deck that needs elves. Cash Grab. It's a new addition for the graveyard decks. Not even, there's no squirrels around, but it's a strong card. It's kind of like a weaker Malevolent Rumble, but BK really wanted to try another one of those. Oh, not worry about rearranging the cards. Apologies. It's pack 3. I don't think Greaves does much. Sneak would actually be good in this deck, but I don't have the mana for it. I could just hate the Sneak And then if I get the mana for it, I mean, Deathclaw, Vaultborn are both pretty nice to sneak into play. Yeah, that's probably fine. There was a Gristlebrand. It's okay. I'll take probably an interaction spell here. Well, let me see. I have 29 minus 7 lands, so 22 cards. So I'm pretty good on cards. Do I want Pick Your Poison or Exercise? Excellent. Enchantment, artifact, or creature with 4 power or greater. So it's fairly strong removal. Or I could just take Colonnade. I think I'll just take Colonnade. Pick Your Poison has a good chance of coming back. Look, Absence, Pilgrim, and Enduring Vitality both came back. Shocker. I'm going to take the Pilgrim here. Teferi is not bad, but this deck does want the Pilgrim. That is what I'm looking for here. All right, I think now that the draft is basically over, I think I've gotten my cards back in the way I kind of want them, but you know, so it goes. Wall of Roots came back. So did Mawloc. Once again, I don't have red sources, so I can't really play it. And Wall of Roots, I think, would be good in the deck. So this deck could have used the Gaia's Cradle. I think this Enduring Curiosity might go. Just if I have to cut cards, cutting a double blue card seems kind of nice. So we'll see. And Woodfall Primus did indeed come back. Is there any way? Maybe if that Stomping Ground wheels, I could get a sneak in. The problem is my elves are also not fixing for anything but white. Like I don't think I can play Omnath. Honestly, Keen-Eyed Curator might be better, but because I already have 2 good targets for Natural Order. The problem is Keen-Eyed Curator is just not that good. So let's see how this goes. Curiosity is probably out. I like the pre-war Formal Wear still. I've got a lot of cheap creatures, and there's some that it's particularly good on. There's a Time Warp. Time Warp is really good with the One Ring, but Razorverge Thicket is also quite good, so I think I'll just take that. Stomping Ground came back. Okay. I'm taking the Stomping Ground, and now I guess I'm kind of 5 colors. I've got maybe 1 black card and 1 red card. I mean, at that point, the Territorial Kavu could be good. I knew Pick Your Poison would come back. Yeah, I think it's good. I don't think I'm going to miss Blooming Marsh too much or Pillage the Bog. And then Enduring Vitality came back. That's my Gaia's Cradle. So right now, this is 15 lands. I mean, that's actually not that far away. I also could cut this Solitude. I have 3 white cards total. It is castable, though, especially off Enduring Vitality. I'll take Zurin Orb. I think that's more likely to be a combo card. Oh, I have a Shadowy Backstreet I can play, too. That's nice. This deck could definitely play 16 lands, so I just need to cut, like, 1 card. Oh, Omnath. All right. Maybe cut 2 cards. Now I kind of wish I took that Mawloc, but where did I take over Mawloc? Oh, was it Woodfall Primus? Oh, I guess if I want to play the Sneak and the Primus, I need to cut a bunch of cards, don't I? All right, let's get to deck building. Alrighty, well, we played right after Magic Online came back up, and it's not letting me open my Fallout Precon, so I guess I just won't use these Fallout cards for now. All right, good beats. Well, that makes things a little easier because I need to cut just a couple cards. So I think I can play Sneak now that I have 2 fetches that can get red. And I have Vaultborn Tyrant Woodfall Primus, though I don't have the Alpha Deathclaw, which would have been a good thing to sneak in. I also like that I can just cast a lot of my things with Enduring Vitality. I'm kind of excited about that card. Also making me feel like Ballista is going to be nice. Don't think I want Territorial Kavu, though. I guess I'll just cut Pick Your Poison. I just want as many creatures as possible, and I have some interaction. Okay, so I already pulled out some basics because Magic Online is being wonky. Let's see, I don't think I need a Swamp. Well, I guess I really don't anymore because I cut my only black card. All right, well, Shadowy Backstreet I can probably move to my sideboard as well. Island, Plains, Mountain, and then 2 forests, 3 forests because I want 16 lands. And this gives me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green. Yeah. Do I need this island or mountain? Maybe I don't need the mountain. I don't have any way to search for basics. And I'll just run Windswept Heath, Verdant Catacombs, Stomping Ground. Plus, of course, the Enduring Vitality. 2 red cards, and then island, I've got a couple blue cards. Yeah, all right. I guess this is probably fine, unless I want. Is there any chance maybe I don't want the plains? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a good amount of white, but the plains is nice because no, I already have 2 fetchable white sources. All right, I'll cut the plains. I do want to add another forest in, and that means I do need to cut one of these cards. I guess maybe I can cut one of my 4-drop idiots, or I could cut this Nissa. The Nissa's kind of nice. I'll cut maybe the questing beast for the moment. All right, I'll try doing that. I like Ulvenwald Oddity a lot. And this deck can generate a lot of mana. All right, let's get in there. Kind of a beat not to get to play with those 2 cards, but no one ever accused Magic Online of working. So this hand, turn 1 elf, turn 2 elf hex drinker. All right. There's ways this hand goes quite poorly, of course, but I don't think a double elf hex drinker hand with a good 4-drop and a good 5-drop is really worth mulliganing. Obviously, Fracture Identity, not the ideal card here. It'd be really nice to draw Ancient Tomb. That would be an incredible draw here. All right, and opponent kept 7. Let's go turn 1 Elvish Mystic, maybe. Magic Online is losing it. All right. Let's just see what goes on here. Hopefully, at some point, I'll be able to cast this Elvish Mystic. All right. Well, I had to restart, but I guess I can cast Elvish Mystic now. And if it survives and I draw a land, I'm gonna go Elf Hex Drinker, Pump Hex Drinker once. If it survives and I don't draw a land, I'll just play Elf Hex Drinker, and of course, if it dies, I'll just play Llanowar Elves, hopefully with land, to also play Hex Drinker. Okay, let's see if this works out. Mountain, kill my elf. Yep. Why is my graveyard over there? Well, look at that. Celestial Colonnade. What a draw. All right. Now I'm any land away from casting Ulvenwald Oddity. If they kill my elf again, then I'm not going to be super thrilled. Kitsav, Mana Confluence. All right, land? I would be pretty happy. All right, well, it could be worse, I guess. And let's pump the Hex Drinker once here. No land, but now any land lets me cast Nissa. If my elves survive, of course. I can cast Ulvenwald Oddity. They don't have any other blue, so they probably don't have tons of lands, but at the very least, no other blue lands. Spellseeker. What are we getting with this Spellseeker, huh? Well, maybe it's something like, if it's like Flash, maybe Fracture Identity could answer it. And I'm going to get to cast Ulvenwald Oddity next turn, it seems like, which is going to be kind of nice. They slammed the Spellseeker really quickly, so I kind of assumed they had a target in mind, but I guess now we're going in the tank as to what to get, or Magic Online is lagging. I would not put it past it. All right. Brainstorm? I guess maybe to do some Kitsa copying. Oh man, I would love to get Fnatic Ravona. Actually, I will. I'm just going to play Fnatic here, and then I'm going to pump Hex Drinker twice. So now the Hex Drinker is a 4/4, and then the Fnatic taps for 1,000,000 mana, and I get to bash with Hex Drinker here. Chumping with Spellseeker. All right, I guess I don't love that. Not the best sign. Okay, getting a little loot on. Well, my teammate has balance in their deck, so I don't have to worry about that. Spell Pierce, yeah, Spell Pierce isn't the best against my deck. I mean, it's got actually One Ring, Fracture Identity, Nissa. Those are reasonable to natural order. Actually, it's kind of nice. Spell Pierce, I have an 18 creature deck, so Spell Pierce isn't naturally that good against it, but I do have like 5 or 6 expensive spells. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm probably dead here, if that's what they're snapping off. Though maybe they're just copying Brainstorm. Because you cast Brainstorm, Kitsa's Prowess triggers, you let the Prowess resolve, and then you pay 2 and tap it and copy it, because Kitsa's now a 3-power creature. But on the plus side, if they do kill me this turn, then the channel will at least get to see Lion's Eye Diamond being good in a deck, since I don't think that's happened so far. All right, here comes the Brainstorm. There's also some funny stuff you can do with Brainstorm LED. Like if you copy Brainstorm, which is what's happening, then you let the first Brainstorm resolve the copy, rather this Brainstorm, put a good card back that you want to cast with LED. Obviously this would be pretty costly because my opponent's got tons of cards in hand, so I don't know that they're doing this, but then you sack LED, then this Brainstorm copy resolves, and then you get to use the mana from LED to play something. Like you, for example, Sven this turn could play a Time Twister, which that'd be a pretty reasonable one to discard your hand to play because you get all your cards back. Obviously casting Time Twister with no mana floating here isn't going to be like the best play. So that was just an example, but I don't know. I mean, could cast any 4 mana spell at this point with this combo, which is pretty strong. Obviously, you're not getting tons of mana because you spent 1 on Brainstorm and 2 on Kitsa, but you get to see a bunch of cards first. So there's something going on for sure. All right, all the Brainstorms have finished resolving and LED didn't get cracked, which probably means they're not doing too much else this turn would be my guess. Next turn, I've got a bunch of options. Because the next turn, what I could do, I'll have 8 mana. I could play Nissa and blow up LED. Yeah, that's okay. I guess if I draw a land, I could go Ovenwald Oddity, Nissa, blow up LED, which is kind of neat. I don't know how good it is to blow up LED, but I'm winning on the board by a lot. So I would imagine that doing anything to make it less likely they go off next turn is kind of nice. Oh, well, or I could blow up Mana Crypt. Okay, assuming I get another turn, which I might not now. Mana Crypt obviously changes the equation quite a bit. Is this Underworld Breach? Am I indeed dead? I don't have any Eldrazi in my deck or World Spine or anything, so I don't think oh, my collection hasn't loaded because Magic Online. No, I can't get back. There we go. Oh, fire on the 2 elves. And then Dismember on the Fanatic. Okay, they killed all my mana, I guess. Sure, that's a beating. Okay, well, I guess I'll level up Hexdrinker some more. I don't really have anything else I can do. There goes all my options. I did not think Mana Crypt Fire Dismember was coming, but sure. So they go to 9. I mean, they go to 6 here if they lose the Mana Crypt flip, which means that next turn I kill them with Hexdrinker. And if they win the Mana Crypt flip, well, next turn I attack them to 3 with protection from everything Hexdrinker, and maybe I can win the flip then. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, any Mana Crypt flip losing? Yeah, they lost the flip. All right, that's definitely something. I don't feel great about the situation still because now they have tons of mana. I wasn't able to disrupt them at all. And I imagine they'll get to see a bunch of cards and do a bunch of things. Maybe even killing my Hexdrinker. I suppose it's kind of hard to kill it, but flashing back that Flame Slash would definitely do it. Losing the Mana Crypt flip for them does mean that... Ragavan? I don't care too much about that. I guess I hope they don't hit the One Ring. Losing the Mana Crypt flip does mean that they might just die to their own Mana Crypt here. They hit Island. All right. Well, that's nice. If they were hoping for an answer to Hexdrinker, that is not it. They have 2 cards left. They can loot. There's not that many things that kill Hexdrinker. I mean, Flame Slash is one of them, but that one's gone. And their deck looks a lot better than mine. They have a lot of great cards. Every card they've played so far is fantastic. But I don't know. Hexdrinker does a pretty good job of stealing wins, so maybe that can work out here. All right, 5 mana. Time Warp. I mean, Time Warp's okay. It's a little dicey with Mana Crypt in play. They were unfortunately for them, unable to copy it with Kitsa. Weird ordering to do that. If you're going to do that, you might as well just loot first, but, you know, whatever. All right, they lost the flip again, so now they're at 2. They have a Mana Crypt and a Mana Confluence, and they have a Ragavan, so obviously they get to Ragavan me, but they're going to now have to deal with Hexdrinker and hope they don't die to their own Mana Crypt, and they can only tap their Mana Confluence once. All right, I go to 14, and they exiled Memory Lapse. Yeah, that's another one that doesn't do anything in this particular instance. Well, yeah, Keeping a 1-land elf hand against a Fire Ice, Dismember, Burst Lightning, Flame Slash opponent is not something I'll be doing next time, but I think it worked out this game. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, they could always just go Underworld Breach, kill you, but that's becoming less likely the more game actions they take, and don't do that. All right. Nice. All right. Pick your poison, kills Mana Crypt. Kills LED, I guess, but that's obviously a bit weaker. Solitude doesn't look amazing here. I do like Questing Beast. It's just good against a lot of the removal. I mean, Dismember is just going to be awesome against me no matter what. I don't want to like take out any elves. I just know they're going to be a liability, or like rather not liability. I can't rely on them. I'll take out the Solitude. I already don't even have the planes in the deck. All right. Yeah, they're taking down all the events because Magic Online is losing it bad. It's a shame because the pre-war Formal War would be really good in this matchup, but yeah, what can you do? Oh, I like this hand. I don't have any red or white sources, which obviously that's not like the most ideal, but turn 2 Fnatic against the Burst Lightning Bolt deck is nice. I mean, they have Flame Slash and Dismember. They can kill all my stuff, but this is at least immune to some of their removal. And if I can land Zimone, assuming I draw a land, of course, I would assume it's going to be pretty good. Oh, there's Temple Garden. That's nice. I guess I could have played untapped Temple Garden in case they played a 2-mana play. Yeah, that would have been good. Oh, I like that. All right, let's play Fnatic. And then next turn, I can either play the One Ring or I can go Zimone plus Swordsir Kitsa. These are all options. Playing an untapped Temple Garden seems a little rough, but maybe that would have been right. All right, so I've got all 4s, so I guess I would like the Fnatic to live. Sneak isn't like amazing right now, but it might be with the One Ring. What is this? For 3 mana. Spellseeker once again. Oh, this is kind of nice because I'm going to get a chance to plow the Kitsa, and they might be Spellseekering, assuming that their Kitsa is going to do something here. Like they set up a cheap spell to copy with Kitsa. Next turn, I'm going to go Zimone plus Swords, I think. Make a 3/3. Really hope to draw a land, but at the very least put them in a position to deal with some of my other stuff. And then if I draw a land, I can go Oddity, and if the Fnatic's still alive, tap it for 4 mana, play the One Ring. And I think the way to win from there is fairly clear. Rite of Flame. Yeah, all right. Okay. Stop amount, end step. Oh, I do like Springheart Nantuko, but now's not quite the time for it. And I want to get Zimone out this turn just to guarantee I get something out of it against their tons of cheap removal deck. Okay, I'm going to let them Kitsa, discard, and then plow it right now. Oh man, copying Rite of Flame could be kind of nice. I could save the plow, but I think I'd rather just get rid of it. It seems also so bad if I get Spell Pierced or something. Not that they necessarily have Spell Pierced in their deck. I think if I were them, I would have cut it after that game. I didn't play a single card that could get Spell Pierced, I don't think. Oh, the Rite of Flame's getting discarded. It's odd, but okay. Okay, make a 3/3. I mean, this is looking pretty nice. Drawing a mountain would be ideal. That would be a nice draw. They're cracking their fetch, so they're slamming a 4 immediately here. And I get to, I mean, maybe just play the One Ring next turn. Where I end up in a little bit of trouble is if they kill the Fanatic of Ronus and I don't draw a land, but they haven't killed it yet. They appear to be playing a 4-mana play right now. Otherwise, I don't know why you'd immediately crack the Delta. And I think the odds they kill it aren't like super high. Plus, I still do get the redraw to where if I draw a land, it's still pretty good. I get to go land, Ovalnold, Oddity, Smash, and then maybe One Ring. Oddity, Springheart, kind of a nice little combo. Just copy that thing. This also could just be 2 removal spells. If that's the case, then yes, I'll lose my Fnatic. Okay, they got a lot of combo cards. Seething Song, Rite of Flame, Manamorphose into blue-black. It's funny because one of my teammates is on a Yawgmoth's Will deck. Oh. That's what we're all excited about? Okay. I mean, excited about, I don't know, that I can't really guarantee they're excited, but it is funny. I was expecting a bigger play than Manamorphose Night's Whisper. They're spinning a lot of wheels, but have yet to show us what the like final goal with all this is. Seething Song, Rite of Flame, Lion's Eye Diamond, Kitsa, Spellseeker, Manamorphose. Again, sounds like combo, but still not really sure what is happening. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Brain Freeze, Breach, LED were all part of this deck. We already know the LED is. Yep. There's the LED. Is this Underworld Breach? Oh, there's the Breach. Okay. Yeah, I might just be dead here. They're going to have to sack LED, so we're going to see what's up. It's possible they don't have a way to win yet, and they're looking for Breach or looking for Brain Freeze. They get to crack LED and cast Night's Whisper. That's a bit thin, though. Yeah, they don't have a Brain Freeze in their deck, or in their hand yet. So now they're gonna get to Night's Whisper once, and then LED, and then that's it. Or just Night's Whisper once, and they won't have mana floating. This is pretty unlikely. I guess they're gonna crack or LED. Oh, what they can do is they can Night's Whisper and not sack LED in response, and use the cards they draw to fuel this whole thing. But how many more cards they get to see? They get to cast Night's Whisper, leaving just... Oh wow, they discarded Fire, Ice, and Flame Slash? They could have definitely gone down a different road here. Just Flame Slash the Fnatic and wait a little longer. Okay. Now they get to see 2 cards. They can play crack LED, discard those 2 cards, have 4 mana. Night's Whisper, exiling those 2 plus Seething Song. Then they have 2 mana left. And then they can Night's Whisper, exiling Manamorphose plus the 2. This is not... I mean, I guess they could sack this for blue and hope Brain Freeze comes on the second try. We'll see, but this... I've done a lot of Breach LEDing in my day, and this is far from a guarantee. Like, they're really hoping Brain Freeze is in like the top 4 cards of their deck here. We'll see if it is. Oh, there's Time Twister. Okay, so they can now... They can't LED Time Twister. They can just Time Twister. And then I guess hope. They'll probably exile Seething Song, Night's Whisper, Burst Lightning, leaving LED and Manamorphose still in the deck. All right, so now they're going to Time Twister with a Breach in play, so they really want to redraw LED. They've already played their land, so they have to hit LED, unless they have Lotus Petal or Black Lotus in their deck, of course. Or like a Blue Mox or something. But then if they hit Blue Mox, they'd also need to hit another 0, which we know they have Mana Crypt, so there can't be that many pieces of power left. I think you just leave a blue floating most likely, and leave Manamorphose and Lion's Eye in your graveyard, casting this Time Twister. So they hit Time Twister, which is pretty good, but I don't know, I still feel okay about the situation. I think that, honestly, I think their play was not good. Like, they should have, if they just Flame Slash Fnatic of Ronus, they just buy themselves a bunch more time. Oh, they kept Seething Song instead of Manamorphose. Okay. My hand is pretty bad. 4 lands, 2 mana sources, and Fracture Identity. They hit Mana Crypt. Oh, they had a blue floating, so they could just hit Mana Crypt Brain Freeze. That also works. Basically, they had to hit either Brain Freeze plus either Mana Crypt or Lion's Eye to win this turn, I think. I mean, barring other 0 mana plays in their deck. Let's see if they got there. And, you know, they're not slamming it. Maybe they just have like a Ponder or something like that. But if they played the Mana Crypt, they're going to want to tap it. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense to play it. So I guess we'll see what happens here, won't we? I don't have much of a follow-up, even with a Fnatic of Ronus in play. Though I guess the Fnatic doesn't even tap for more mana yet. It will in 2 turns if Zimone is still in play, and I can make a 5/5, but a little far away from there. All right, here they hit the Brain Freeze. See, if it was me, I wouldn't have gone for it, and if I had, I wouldn't have hit the Brain Freeze plus Mana Crypt, but of course they did both. So they should just Brain Freeze themselves for a bunch, and they don't even really need to Brain Freeze me. Yeah. All right. Yeah, their deck is nice. They have a good Brain Freeze deck. They again, really didn't need to make that play to hope they hit something with Night's Whisper there, given they were 18 or whatever, but all right, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, don't really like Solitude. I guess I could put in the Pick Your Poison to eat an early Mana Crypt, and I mean, these expensive cards are just not that good. Omnath looks like the worst. I just don't need to be doing that. All right, let's roll, I suppose. All right, I would like to play first. Okay, I will keep this. This is Fanatic into maybe like Wall of Roots plus Zmoan. And Wall of Roots and Fanatic are also some of my better mana dorks because they don't die to Burst Lightning or Fire Ice, though of course still die to Flame Slash and or Dismember. All right, opponent mulliganed to 6 here. So I could either get Breeding Pool and obviously be fine at casting Zmoan, or I could get Lush Portico and get a Surveil. I think I'm just going to get the Lush Portico. I would like to hit another land drop. Well, I'm glad I'm not drawing that, I guess, because I'm pretty far away from using that. Oh, okay. Because now I can go Wall of Roots into Avacyn's Pilgrim here. Pretty hard to kill both of those. And then next turn, I've got... With a land, I could just play a Nissa. I could also play a Fanatic. And if I draw blue, of course, I could play Zmoan, Kitsa. All right. Ancient Tomb wouldn't be bad. Hex Drinker. All right, let's go Hex Drinker. Play Fanatic. And I don't think I'm going to pump Hex Drinker with Wall of Roots here. I can just pump it next turn if that's the case. And I don't really want to use a wall if I can avoid it. I feel like they just have way too many things that can kill Hex Drinker for me to want to invest into that. Yep. I am probably dead. All right, you got your Mana Crypt. That means that Kitsa's going to get to copy a spell here. Yeah, let's do it. Brainstorm. And next turn, if I don't get too disrupted, I can play a Nissa and blow up that Mana Crypt. I unfortunately don't think I'm going to gamble on leveling up Hex Drinker so my Fanatic works, because they just have way too many things that mess that up, unless they tap out. If they tap out, that's obviously a different story. I mean, what's probably going to happen, if we're being realistic, is they're just going to go land, breach, LED, Brain Freeze you. But in the event that I do get another turn, maybe I can get something going. We'll see. Okay, land. Kitsa, very good combo with Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt and Kitsa are very strong together, I will say that. And let's see if there's another play. I do enjoy that my opponent has used 25 minutes of their clock thus far, but you know, that's how it goes, I guess. Okay, it looks like something's going to get taken down here, so I don't think I'm going to get to combo off anyway. It's the Fanatic of Ronus. All right. Land would be really good here. Land would be quite strong. All right, land, Nissa. Hold on, I gotta add a mana with Wall of Roots first. Nissa. Boom. Blow up Mana Crypt, and I'll send for 2. I'll chump with Wall of Roots if it comes down to it. Like if and I don't think, I mean, maybe I should have left Hex Drinker back in case my Wall of Roots gets burned or something, but I think I do kind of want this Hex Drinker to try to win the game. It's not like I have anything else to cast here. I'm pretty far away from casting either of these. I do have Fanatic I can bring back. That's another play I could make, sure. Not feeling good about this game. Mostly because it's a game of Cube, and I'd never win those, but also because there's so many spells here that would just mess me up completely. Okay, they're tapping Kitsa first. I actually do like that. That makes it more likely that they don't have anything too great, because what I was worried about was like dismember your Wall of Roots attack, kill your Nissa. But once again, I could also just get breached here. I don't really have much defense for that, except maybe finding a memory lapse and an island or something along those lines. I'm probably going to draw Pick Your Poison. I don't have any way to get this Vaultborn down either. I mean, I guess actually that's not true. I could draw Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb into Vaultborn could be pretty nice. Is this going to be like Fire Ice on the Hex Drinker and the Pilgrim? No, it's just the Breach. All right. Yeah, go nuts. There's the LED. And where's the Brain Freeze? Seems pretty nice to just like draw all of your combo pieces. I would like to experience that at some point. Not for this deck. This deck's not really a combo deck. I was more talking about yesterday where I think for the life of me, I could not ever draw piece A plus piece B of the same combo. It's always like A from these two combos and B from these two other combos, which is the danger of playing lots of combos. But you would think at some point you draw Channel Emrakul or Flash Vaultborn, not Flash Emrakul and Channel Vaultborn, but so it goes. Okay, they have Echo of Eons and Time Twister, no Breach. Yeah, I guess we got a hope here. Can also replay, probably should replay LED and then cast Echo of Eons. You don't have to use Breach, you can just cast it. And then the Time Twister's still in the deck too. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously not the highest. The last draw 7 looked okay. This draw 7, very high chance of just losing. And it's not like I even have lethal out to begin with, but who knows? Maybe they won't draw the Brain Freeze. Maybe they won't draw Time Twister. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss when you already have Breach LED because you can just cast anything you draw. You have so much mana. But I guess we'll find out, huh? All right, crack LED, hit Mystic Confluence and Time Warp and Seething Song and Dismember. Okay, we've got a chance here. They could cast Mystic Confluence to draw 3, but that does not leave a whole lot of cards in graveyard. That's got to be the play too. So you can do that, exiling, let's see, those 3, leaving enough to cast LED and then cast Brain Freeze. So now they're on a draw 3 and they need to hit Brain Freeze to win or Time Twister to get another look. Because I think that's the only play possible here is just draw 3 off Mystic Confluence. Could also bring back LED and sack it first, but no real need to do that. Because actually, you're probably better off getting to sack LED to discard the cards. Okay, could we maybe not hit Brain Freeze? That would be nice. I would get another shot at things. They'd actually be no cards in hand. They have 3 cards in hand and nothing in play besides a Kitsa. Next turn, I have 6 mana. So Zimone's not even a good play. All right, replay LED, leaving Mystic Confluence. Cracking LED or done. Maybe we dodged. Oh, come on. Just do it if you're going to do it. If I get Brain Freezed here, I'm going to lose my mind. Not because it's like insanely unlucky, though at the point which Mystic Confluence on the stack, it would be pretty unlucky, but also just like if you got the Brain Freeze, you just do it. You don't need to wait 2 minutes and then do it, but we'll see, we'll see. What is my play next turn? Probably like maybe Nissa blow up the LED. They hit Time Twister. Oh man, okay. I guess they can play Time Twister, exiling everything but LED. And they get another bite at the apple, no mana floating. If they try LED Brain Freeze off this, it's going to be rough. All right. Yep, here comes the Time Twister, leaving LED in the graveyard. That's got to be the play. And that Kitsa's really big. All right, Time Twister it up. Sure, I got some cards. I don't know if these will do anything. I mean, if they don't, wow, they didn't have it. Okay, okay, we get a shot here. Let's see what we draw. Nothing to blow up with Nissa. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I guess I kind of just want to go Overworld Oddity and Ursine Monstrosity and make a Nissa token. All right. Just put the most nonsense onto the board so that if they have removal, which they probably do in hand, I make it their life as hard as possible. And I think playing Monstrosity is better than pumping Hex Drinker here, because I can always do that next turn. I mean, this looks pretty. It's going to be pretty hard for them to get out of this without killing me. And their Yawgmoth's Will, Time Twister, and Echo of Eons are all gone. I mean, as well as their Breach, of course. They can't have very many ways to get that back. And I'm not very close to getting Brain Freezed out here. Even if they go like Brain Freeze, copy it. The good thing is copying Brain Freeze with kits, it just gets you 3 more mills, 3 more cards. It doesn't storm again. So at best they can like without more zeros, because their LED is also, well, no, their LED's in their deck. I guess they can go LED, Brain Freeze, copy it. No, spell LED, Brain Freeze, sack LED to copy it with Kitsa. So let's say if they play 1 spell first. Oh, it doesn't look like they're going to, but if they did, they could go somewhat deep. All right. Draw. Yeah, I mean, they can't play Mystic Confluence. I guess if they have Cryptic Command, I don't love it, but let's not tap the Ancient Tomb yet. Questing BZ. Do I level up the Hex Drinker? I guess so. Sure. I feel like that's just like another pretty good threat here. If they want to kill it in response, they could. All right, they didn't. Ursine Monstrosity, let's mill something good. Not a land, basically. I mean, this is a lot of unblockable / trample damage here. So it's like 4 points of unblockable, maybe 8 points of trample. Oh, they do have Cryptic Command. Okay, beginning of combat, sure. They're all tapped and draw. Mill. Oh, they get to loot now, sure. And no attacks. Post combat, make a 4/4. Make a 1/1. This way I don't get killed by some like Kitsa attack you with every, like play a bunch of spells, Kitsa attack with prowess, like lightning bolt you, copy, play a spell, attack you, lightning bolt you, copy it, or something weird like that. I have 2 blockers now at least. It doesn't guarantee I'm safe, but makes it more likely. Am I gonna get Rite of Flame? Okay, I'm getting Burst Lightning to the face. Okay, I'm at 9. Am I getting burned out here? Maybe. They're going to copy the Manamorphose? Yeah, I guess copying Manamorphose. Okay. It doesn't count as a spell for Storm, though. And they're not that close to brain freezing me. They burst lightning face because, like, killing one of my creatures I can't imagine is going to do very much here. I don't know that they can actually. All right, so they can brain freeze me for 12 right now. They need to hit brain freeze for 8 copies to kill me, because 7 copies won't even do it. This has been quite the match. They have a sick brain freeze, Yawgwill, like just combo deck. Night's Whisper, okay. Storm count 4. They need 3 more spells, then brain freeze. Okay, Rite of Flame. They're gonna do it, aren't they? Well, what can you do? I didn't mill myself or draw any cards here besides like the Ursine Monstrosity milling for 2 didn't even change anything. But we'll see. They have Seething Song in their deck, or is that exiled already? Oh, that's already exiled. That's at least nice. Okay, Ragavan. So they need to have a 1-mana spell and then a Brain Freeze to win here. And if they have it, then I do lose. Because this doesn't mill till beginning of combat. So they can't mill me down to 1 card and have that kill me. Also, they're going to time out. They're not really going to time out in the sense that this game will be concluded either way. But it is, yeah, not great when you use your whole clock here. Ice. But now they can't cast Brain Freeze. They needed to crack LED in response, or they had something else. All right, we did it. Wow. All right, I got a dub. I like that. Playing against Billy the Kitty here, who's on, let's see, red-white aggro. Okay. Yeah, I will keep that. I don't have the super fast Simone because I don't have a untapped blue. But I think I'm actually going to go turn 1 Colonnade, because then I can go turn 2 Mystic and then turn 3 Zimone. And if they have a 1-mana spell, they couldn't get to cast it that turn. Johnny. All right, Johnny's a good one. Johnny's definitely a good card. The funny thing is, I drew literal basic island, so I could have actually turned 2 Zimone and made a 2/2, which is funny. You don't see that very often. I'll take it. Toby, the Beastie Befriender. All right, well, I might just go, given the circumstances, I kind of just want to play the One Ring. Zimone makes a 3/3. Hold on. The problem is if I play the One Ring and use it this turn, I can't Zimone next turn, but maybe I can Solitude. Yeah, the One Ring sounds better. Okay. Need to draw either a white source or a white card, or just spells and things that aren't basic forests. That would be nice. That would be a start. What is this? What be this? Palace Jailer. Well, I guess I'm glad I didn't play Zimone, but now we're in a little bit of trouble. Draw. Guess I'll play Zimone, and I can't. I don't even get a token out of it. I could have cracked my fetch. I don't think I want Bristly Bill. I could have cracked my fetch and failed to find. You can actually get a token because you hit a land drop and then you still have a prime number of lands available. But I don't think missing a land drop is gonna really help me out here. I think I'm just dead, actually, is what I think. Glorybringer. All right. Well, that was not short and not sweet. I got murderized. Do I want Questing Beast? Not really. Pick Your Poison didn't seem great either. I don't like Nissa that much. I think I'd rather play Questing Beast over Nissa. I guess that I'm fine with. And I don't think Zernorb is there. All right. I would like to play first. This hand's very good. I'm going to play a tapped Portico. If I could land Springheart on the Ursine Monstrosity, ooh, we are cooking then. Let's see. Ancient Tomb, of course, is a little bit risky, but I have 2 good life gain / removal spells. I mean, I guess there's a world where I land a Springheart on Solitude. So last game, if I had played turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Zimone, turn 3 One Ring, it would have been a lot better. Would I have won? That I don't know, because let's say I go Elf, Billy goes to Johnny, I go Zimone, probably plays Toby, no attacks, then I play Ring, then it goes Palace Jailer, your 3/3, or your Zimone, and then Glorybringer. Yeah, it would have been a much closer game. I think there's a shot I win that. All right, Billy mulled to 6. Let's go Lush Portico. Wow, just fueling this Ursine Monstrosity that I'm definitely playing on turn 2 here. And hoping for no bolts. Oh, into a One Ring on 3. I mean, Ancient Tomb One Ring is not really a combo. Technically, if you cast the One Ring and have Ancient Tomb untapped, you can then tap it and not take damage because you're protected. But mostly you're going to just cast the One Ring with Ancient Tomb, which is, again, both a combo and not a combo, because you end up accelerating out the ring, which is a combo, but of course taking 4 damage off my land is kind of bad with the One Ring out. Gonna kill my Ursine Monstrosity? No, a Johnny. Okay. That I don't mind. I have to attack with this thing. I think... Do I want to Spring Heart it? I kind of do want to Spring Heart it, but... Let's see. Yeah, actually, I just do want to Spring Heart it. Because I can even... I'm taking 1 million damage. I can even Solitude here, and that if I need to. Ooh, 7/7. I like that. I could Solitude the Ajani once this cat blocks. Well, if the cat blocks, not sure. Not even sure I need to. Because let's say the cat chumps, Ajani flips, Billy has no creatures in play. Next turn, at best, plays like a red card, makes a 2/1 and shoots for 2. That doesn't just win the game. Like, there's a bit of a tendency when you look at something like Ajani, is like, wow, if this thing flips, I'm in trouble. But it's like, not really. It's good, but it doesn't necessarily just win the game. There's a lot of games where it does win, but at this point in the game with no other creatures in play, I'm really just not that worried. All right, yeah, they don't even block. All right. Yeah, Ursine Monstrosity is going to just be trucking next turn. Who's the beatdown now, huh? I like that. I like that. I kind of don't feel like I won round 1 in the sense that, like, I did win and my team definitely counts it as a win, but is this a Bombardiers or something? Are we trying to go big? Oh, Ghostfire Slice. Yeah. Sad, but okay. But yeah, I feel like I mostly was just present in round 1. And slam for 6 again. All right. Here, I think I'm just going to Swords the Ajani and then just play Elvish Mystic. I'm winning by enough that I don't need to risk anything weird happening. I don't need to play the One Ring. That can be my backup plan if I start losing. And, I mean, I guess if Billy kills the other Ursine Monstrosity, then so be it. Staff of the Storyteller. Sure. Any white lands to go with it? Next turn, next turn I can attack for, at the very least, 9. Portable Hole on Springheart? No, an Elvish Mystic. And then kill the Springheart. Sure. All right, draw. Oh, Questing Beast puts them to 5. Yeah, that's pretty good. Ancient Tomb, ladies and gentlemen. I tapped Ancient Tomb 4 times against a red-white deck, and boom, we got there. All right. Pick your poison against Portable Hole. Doesn't sound great. Yeah, I think I like the way this is set up. On the draw here, best you can hope for is a turn 1 elf, I would imagine. I don't think keeping 5-land Vulnerability Fracture Identity is going to do the trick. I'll keep this and... I think I'm going to put back Sneak Attack. I just don't have any red or creatures. The reason I'm a little hesitant there, oh, please be tapped, okay, is, and here I'm going to play Lush Portico. Oh, I'm going to put it on top. The reason I was hesitant on the Sneak was if the One Ring gets going, Sneak is a really nice card to have. The reason I led Portico is I wanted to do it like this. Tap land, elf, and hope for a turn 3 One Ring, though if this elf survives, then I get to natural order. Part of the reason I kept natural order as well is I think it's a decent chance this elf dies. I'm not going to be too surprised if that's the case. Oh, though it did not. If it did and I got the One Ring down, natural order would still be a kind of nice card to have in hand. All right. I take 6 land. I think I natural order here, or actually maybe I just one ring. No, I think natural order is going to be nicer because I'm worried about my Elvish Mystic dying. And here I think I just get Vault-Born Tyrant, and then I can play the one ring next turn, and that sounds better. I have the swords and the solitude. If Billy has like Council's Judgment, that's pretty bad for me, but I'm just kind of hoping that's not the case, huh? All right, Reckless Stormseeker, Hasting the Cat. Yeah, that I can take 3. That I don't want to flip because now he's got a red permanent, more creatures in play, etc., etc. Next turn, we'll see what Billy does. Obviously, keeping up Memory Lapse is a possibility, but I'm not that excited about it. I think I'm just going to attack for 6 and then slam the one ring. All right. And drawing immediately, maybe no lands? No lands. Nice. Drawing Woodfall Primus is not ideal. But now I have the one ring into Fractured Identity, which is pretty good. See if that can get something going. Fractured Identity, the Reckless Stormseeker. Oh, it could even flip. Oh, is this a Palace Jailer? I hope it is, actually. Palace Jailer here on the Vault-Born Tyrant would be awesome for me. Toby. Yeah, that's pretty good. Draw a card off staff. But I think I'm just going to Fracture Identity. I could hit the Toby, or I could just hit the Beast token. It's probably better to hit the Beast token, because if I hit the Toby, I get a Beast token, which is great, but then I'd rather get rid of their Beast token, not the 1/1. Oh, Solitude is pretty good too. I'm going to draw, because I would really like to hit a white card. Okay. Let's exile the Beast token, I think. Or actually, I'm at 13. What happens if I don't? What happens if I just keep up Solitude? I could also attack with the Vault-Born Tyrant. You'll just take it, though. I think I kind of like Fracture Identity on the Beast. Because I also get to gain 3 life and draw a card off of the Vault-Born, which is a fairly large game. Really hoping to draw a white card now. I'm just going to chill here. I think attacking would be foolish. Well, Billy just F6 there for no reason. Didn't use Staff of the Storyteller. That's a slight misstep. If this Vault-Born gets dealt with, I'm basically dead because the Beast token can't block. But yeah, so be it. Exercise my Vault-Born? Oh, man. I shouldn't have added that card. Now I'm going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I'm not necessarily dead. Though, obviously, I'm not loving it. I'm going to 6 here next turn. Yeah, I guess having the Vault-Born in play would have been pretty nice. Oh, I'm dead. Galvanic Discharge, flip a Johnny, make a token, shoot me for 4. Next turn, I have Solitude, but keeping up Solitude would have not even really worked out better, unfortunately. Keeping up Memory Lapse, I guess, would have worked out better, but I didn't really have a position to do that. Okay. Draw 2 more, or 3 more. And we're done. All right, 1-1. Let's see if we can close it out strong. All right, Falcon Eyes on blue-black like Lutri Reanimator. I'm going to mulligan this hand. Guess I'll keep this unhappily. Now, this hand does have some outs to be good. If I go Hex Drinker into wall, pump Hex Drinker. I mean, I could go Hex Drinker into Ancient Tomb, pump it twice. That's probably better, actually. Yeah, sure. Turn 2, 4/4 attacking. It's pro instance. I was hoping that'd be a duress so bad. All right. Okay, looks like they have a fix for those issues. Great. And I guess that means maybe I can play the Fallout cards. I guess it's too late now. Next turn, I just play Wall of Roots. I mean, Springheart copying Wall of Roots is also not completely crazy because you end up in a spot where you just have like a bunch of walls and you're just generating tons of mana. You play a land, you just make another wall, and all it would take is drawing some action to really like fuel that up. I'll save the Verdant because I want to get the Lush Portico with that one. I could technically have gone Ancient Tomb, Wall, Springheart, but it didn't seem necessary to do that. And if I draw something better to Springheart, that's even better. Valgavoth is getting entombed. Is it getting animated? Yes, it is. Upkeep Mystical for reanimate. Yeah, all right, cool. I can't copy, I can't target that unless I have 3 non-land permanents. All right, well, let's see. Maybe I draw the One Ring to start. Very nice. Bestow, Springheart, land. I'm not going to make a copy here because I want to keep up Memory Lapse, but... Or maybe I should have played the Verdant. I thought there was a good chance I'd use Memory Lapse this turn. Though I guess I could still pay with the wall. I'm not sure. The problem is surveilling against a Valgavoth is like pretty bad because they can just cast the thing if I mill something good. At least now I have enough permanents that if I do draw... I mean, if I drew Fractured Identity here, I actually would be fine. Because I can make insects to sack to Valgavoth. So I kind of hope Falcon Eye taps out for something and I can lapse it. That'd be good. Verdant. Okay, make a wall. No reason to attack. I'll pass the turn. I mean, I'm basically dead to Creeping Tar Pit now because the Valgavoth is going to hit me down to 2. But maybe I draw One Ring to buy me a turn, but that doesn't really accomplish anything. The problem is now, even if I Fracture Identity the Valgavoth, then the Creeping Tar Pit just finishes me off, so not a whole lot I can do there. No plays, sure. I mean, could also just animate the Tar Pit and kill me this turn, so I guess that's also a concern, but Falcon doesn't really have a reason to do that, I don't think, so... 2. Okay, crack Verdant. Get Lush Portico. Make a Wall of Roots. Surveil. Yeah, this would be a good thing to use with all the Wall of Roots I'm making, but it doesn't really help here. Draw Windswept Teeth. Okay. Strangely enough, I did not beat the turn 3 Valgavoth after getting Inquisitioned. Pick Your Poison is a nice one, though. That can kill a Valgavoth. All right, I do like that. Let's take out Ballista. Does not look very good here. And I think that's Questing Beast. I don't think I want Questing Beast. I think this is fine. All right. On the play. Let's see what I can get going here. Lutri Companion over there. Sure. I really don't love this hand, but I think it's okay. It's got all my colors, first of all, which is kind of nice. I can go get a Lush Portico. And if I draw Sneak, I've got Woodfall. Solitude is in general pretty good against Reanimator decks. Okay, get this forest out of here. Avacyn's Pilgrim. All right. I don't... Look, I could leave up Memory Lapse on turn 2, but if I get turn 2 reanimated, it's not like I'm winning that game anyway. I'll lapse it and then they'll just do it again. So I think I should try to improve my draw the best possible. I'm going to get Breeding Pool here. And then I can play Razor Verge Thicket. And I'm just going to pass. I could attack for 1. There's a bunch of different creatures with flash, and I wouldn't trade Evanescence Pilgrim for any of them, given my hand. So I think I'm supposed to just pass. It also makes it look like I've got something scary up. Real scary, I'm sure. Cut down. Okay. I could memory lapse that. That does not seem like it would do much. Mystical Tutor for Ancestral Recall. Nice. Nice. Let's see what Falcon Eye does here. Passes the turn. All right, that's the play. That is the play. Yeah. That's unfortunate, isn't it? A counterspell, this time going cut down into counterspell and Ancestral is a equally effective way to win the game, I would say. Oh my god, Lutri. Trying to Lutri our Ancestral here. All right, well, on the plus side, I've got this memory lapse, so it's possible I could throw a wrench in Falcon's plans, but we'll see. All right, yeah, this is kind of nice. I'm going to let this resolve and then memory lapse the Ancestral. Really, really not as good as countering it, like mana leaking it or something. But certainly does stop drawing 6 this turn. Land would be okay still here because now I'll just play a Nissa. And at least I've got something on the board. Assuming this resolves, which it may or may not. All right, make a 6/6, and I've got Solitude, and then I could cast Woodfall if I drew Ancient Tomb. Falcon Eye does have a bunch of cards in hand. Yeah. Both the Brain Freeze deck we played against and this blue-black deck are just so nice. Like, I feel like I never end up with decks this clean. Maybe that's a fault that I have to accept responsibility for, but I don't know. It's not like I don't like Brain Freeze decks. I feel like it's been a while since I've been in a seat where I just got past like a bunch of good blue cards. That just does not happen to me. I mean, I think it actually doesn't. I think people try to cut me on that, which is why I end up not doing that a lot, but who knows? I am, like I said, questioning a lot of what I'm doing here because I think my like win percentage is like 40%, if even that high over the last couple months. It's really crazy bad. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah, if Nissa's living, Liliana, my Elvish Mystic, not a big deal. Oh, kind of annoying to discard that, but let's just start with the Omnath, I think. See if this one resolves. Nice, it does. Make a thing. And I will attack Liliana. I don't think I can play the Colonnade here. I think that keeping Solitude in hand is just way too important. There's a chance Liliana minuses here, but I think if I had 1 card in hand, the chance at pluses goes up dramatically. And with a Triplicate Titan in the graveyard, I would really like to get to Solitude that if it gets reanimated. Another Ancestral. How many Ancestrals will it take? This is Ancestral number 2 that's going to resolve, number 3 that was attempted. But I actually have a pretty good board now. 2 4/4s plus a Nissa Planeswalker. That's going to make a 5/5 next turn. No, never mind on the Nissa part at least. And I have an answer to a reanimate here. So if Falcon goes reanimate, pay 9 life, get Triplicate Titan into play. I guess the Solitude gains the 9 back, but well, playing an island first makes it more likely Liliana's -2ing, I feel like. Unless Falcon just has another island in hand. I kind of feel like I'm holding my own against all these ancestrals. I don't know. All right, discard a card, sure. Like I'm currently winning. Let's draw Fanatic of Ronus. Falconize at 15. All right. I'll attack Liliana with the horror. So if they want to double block and kill the horror that Omnath lives, and attack Falconeye for 4. I don't care that much about Liliana here. Sure. Okay, we trade those off. Now I can play the Fanatic. And Fanatic would have been such a good one to draw last turn, to discard it and then flash it back. But I still have a Solitude ready here. If Falconeye is just going to get kind of flooded out, then I will take it. Vaultborn Tyrant? All right, let's do Vaultborn Tyrant, huh? Nice. Into an Enduring Vitality, which isn't really doing anything of note right now, but all right, I guess we're going to win this game, barring something pretty scary. Hardcast Valgavoth wouldn't even do the trick. I've got enough permanents to sacrifice after I Solitude it. Okay. Unearthed Snapcaster. Sure, what does that do though? I guess it gets unearthed to unearth Lutri, but that doesn't actually combo off. Or Mystical Tutor, Bone Shards. None of those actually sound that good. Great Snapcaster deck, I will say that. Very good Lutri deck. I've been thinking about cutting Lutri because it's just not that interesting, but decks like this use it pretty well, so that is kind of neat. I did make a round of changes to the cube, by the way, which I mentioned like in the middle of the video. But oh, I think I did mention it because of the Fallout cards. Yeah, so some of the new ones on display. But we'll see what this Snapcaster hits, huh? All right, and Snapcaster targeted something, but it was pretty fast. Is it Snuff Out? Paying 4 to snuff out my beast? Sure. So if I killed that, I wouldn't have an lethal, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to attack with everything, actually. I mean, the Enduring Vitality even has Vigilance. All right. Go to 3. Draw. Not a ton of outs from this position, I wouldn't imagine, because Vaultborn comes back for Wrath. Oh. Okay. What does Entombing do? Nothing at all. All right, going to game 3. Yeah, I guess we are. Do I want Questing Beast? Not really. It's just not that good against a bunch of removal. All right, let's battle. All right, on the draw here. I'm not even sure what kind of opening hand I really want. Falconeye's deck is really good. Just has a good combo game plan with like Reanimate, Entomb, and Mystical Tutor. But then also Ancestral, Counterspell, Snuff Out, all that stuff. Well, I'm definitely keeping this hand. This hand's quite good. Let's play my blue land first, because then I can go turn 2 Wall of Roots, turn 3 Zimone plus Portico will be my plan. Okay. Well, I guess what I'm going to do is Wall of Roots and block the Psychic Frog, and if Falconeye goes nuts on the Psychic Frog, then I can Solitude and hope he doesn't have a counterspell. He's probably just going to kill my Wall of Roots, to be honest. Yeah, we're getting Bone Shards. I don't think he's going to discard, so I'm just going to do this. Float a mana. Hope I don't get counterspelled. Yeah, so be it, huh? Turn 2 Frog, turn 3 1 mana removal spell for your Wall of Roots plus counterspell. I could have waited, and yeah, maybe that was a mistake, but I mean, letting him draw an extra card is just so bad. So now I'll play Bristly Bill, Lush Portico, make Bristly Bill a 3/3. Ancient Tomb, is that even good? I don't think so. I don't think the odds that this Bristly Bill survives are super large. And I was hoping to draw an untapped land and play Zumone. Discarding a card to Psychic Frog. Oh, is then to give it flying? I feel like an Ancient Tomb is also just a particularly bad land to draw here, so I would rather just draw another land if I end. Why are we discarding all these cards to Psychic Frog now? What's going on? Oh, just to give it flying and not have to exile anything too important? Sure. Basically, the reason I solituded there was like, I didn't feel like letting the frog draw and then 2-for-1ing myself to kill the frog just did not seem like a viable way to win the game. Ursine Monstrosity. I guess trying to double block here is fine. Or I could just attack. If I attack, I might trade for Creeping Tar Pit. I guess I can't say I love that. So if I double block, Falcon Eye has to discard the entire hand. Snuffing it out. Alright, well in that case, I guess I'll attack, because blocking sure does not seem enticing. And the snuff out too, wow. Yeah, pretty dead here. Certainly there's a game where I memory lapse the counterspell, but I don't think I'm that likely to win even in that case either. I mean, also, Falcon Eye's not attacking with the Creeping Tar Pit. I can't imagine this goes well for me. And drawing Sneak was nice, though. No creatures in hand, no red mana, no 4th land. That's what I get for putting it in my deck, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not going to attack here into a Tar Pit. Yeah, that's a Hymn to Turok. All right. I can't quite double block the frog down. Oh, it's getting flying anyway. I don't even really think there's like one card I could draw that would really do that much here. I mean, a land would be, I guess, okay. Oh, there's a Hex Drinker. I'm going to leave up Memory Lapse. I guess I'll just try to block with everything here. Sounds like a play. Oh, Falcon Eye has Snapcaster in hand. All right. I'm just going to pass and see what happens. Yeah, I guess. I could memory lapse it. Just nothing, though. Is this into cut down? I'm done playing this game. Well, I won one match because my opponent's deck fizzled, so that is cool. You saw the deck. It is what it is. All right, well, that'll do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out to see. At this point, I'm just going for the world record of how many times they can have a losing record. It's about 1,000 times in a row now. But I appreciate all you hanging out. It is fun, kind of. I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be another Cube Draft. Hopefully it goes better, you know? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.